Welcome back, beautiful souls. Have you ever been absolutely convinced something was going to happen and then it didn't? Like, you were sure they were angry, or you were sure you were being rejected, or that the opportunity would fail, or that disaster was waiting around the corner. And then, lo and behold, nothing happened. The story felt true, though. The feeling felt true, but the prediction wasn't. And that's where many of us get confused. We mistake certainty for accuracy, and anxiety is often very, very certain. You know, people often say, I trust my intuition. But what does that actually mean? Aren't they really trusting fear? I'm not saying that they're weak, because fear is familiar, right? And if your nervous system has spent years scanning for danger, it becomes incredibly good at finding it. So sometimes intuition can be fear. However, if we've trained it enough and know the difference between our fear and our anxiety and can catch it, then yes, intuition does come from a good place. But when it doesn't, the problem is that we're then detecting threats that just aren't actually there. A delayed text, a neutral facial expression, silence, change. And the nervous system starts filling in the blanks. And then the mind creates the story to explain what the body is already feeling. You need to remember that anxiety hates uncertainty. So it manufactures certainty. And usually, it's the worst kind. So it would tell you, gosh, they're upset with me. Oh, no, I'm going to fail. I'm not ready. I'm too late. Something is wrong. Now notice something. Anxiety almost always sounds urgent or negative. It demands immediate action, immediate reassurance, immediate answers, immediate control. Whereas intuition will feel different. Intuition rarely shouts. It doesn't panic, it doesn't spiral, it doesn't negotiate. It often just is. It's surprisingly simple. It's a quiet knowing, a subtle pull, a gentle no. It's not dramatic, it's not performative, it's just present. And that's where the difference lies, right? In that urgency. So anxiety will say, do something now, whereas intuition will say, pay attention. Intuition creates clarity. Anxiety narrows the focus, yet intuition expands the focus. Anxiety feels like pressure, where intuition feels like direction. One is trying to prevent pain, and the other is trying to guide you towards the two. Now, sometimes intuition and anxiety can point to the same thing. A relationship may genuinely be unhealthy. A job may genuinely be wrong. A situation may genuinely require change. But the difference is how that message arrives. So anxiety carries the panic. That's how anxiety arrives. Intuition arrives carrying information. So one overwhelms and one informs. Have you ever found yourself making a decision, but being at peace with that decision? And then on the other end, making a decision, but being overwhelmed in order to make that decision. And those are the two constructs, right? Where the overwhelm is the anxiety, and intuition often that information is peace. Ultimately, the mind hates unfinished stories. It gives one missing piece and creates 5 million explanations. Okay, yes, I'm exaggerating with 5 million, but there's always an explanation. Someone doesn't reply, must be off doing something. Okay, and that's where the story begins. A friend seems distant. Yep, that's the start of the story. A meeting gets moved. Oh no, something is going to happen. The story has started. Most suffering isn't caused by reality. It's caused by the stories we build around the reality. And then we start believing these stories. So the next time you're convinced something is true, pause and ask, okay, what do I actually know? Or what am I assuming? What evidence actually exists to support what my story says? That small pause can change everything, because sometimes the feeling is accurate, but the explanation isn't. So in closing, guys, just remember, healing isn't learning how to stop feeling. It's learning how to become curious about what you're feeling. Because not every alarm means danger, not every thought means truth, and not every fear means prophecy. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, you know what? I actually just don't know yet. And allowing uncertainty may be the closest thing we have to wisdom. Until next time, beautiful souls.